This week you spent some time with a new sheriff in town, as it were, for the FBI in New York, and she's making history. Tell us about it.
That's right. She is the first woman assistant director of the FBI in the New York office. The New York office is the largest field office. Her name is Jan Fedarcyk, and her priority is terrorism. She has a background in terrorism. She helped be the liaison for the FBI in the National Counterterrorism Center. She had been the director in the Philadelphia office. Terrorism is the top priority. After that, public corruption we spoke about, and also she says civil rights and reaching out to the community so that the FBI has a better dialogue, so that they can be better hooked in with these communities, so they can prevent crime and try to prevent the next terror attack.
All right, we're sure that you'll be spending time with her, interviewing her throughout the years. Okay,
following her and covering her. You got it.
All right, thanks, buddy. Welcome.
Well, this is a first for the FBI. A woman is now in charge of the Bureau's New York offices, the largest in the country. She knows her past work in counterterrorism is in part why she's here now, charged with the enormous task of trying to help keep this city safe from another attack. Here's Jonathan Dienst.
The new FBI boss here met us in Foley Square. In our conversation, Jan Fedarcyk said she has a sober view of the terror threat the city continues to face.
There's no margin for error, whether it's the next terrorist attack or where the next threat is coming from.
Fedarcyk says it is the terror threat that keeps her up at night, from al-Qaeda plots from overseas to increasingly self-radicalizing here through the internet.
Those are oftentimes the more difficult individuals to identify earlier, and so we have to really make sure that we have our appropriate tripwires out there to help us identify those plots early.
Fedarcyk stressed the New York FBI office is increasing resources to investigate public corruption. She also says she will push major investigations into massive fraud in the mortgage meltdown, as well as corruption on Wall Street. She says she understands why some think the FBI has not done enough.
Because of the complexity of the schemes, the length of time it often takes to unravel those schemes may not be readily apparent, but again, I want to reaffirm that the FBI takes those, the big fish, and the misuse of those positions very seriously.
Fedarcyk has been with the FBI for more than 20 years. Her colleagues point to her wide experiences preparing her for this post, from her working terror and organized crime cases to helping track missing children, from heading the Philadelphia FBI office to working drug and street crime cases. And she says civil rights is a priority, and she will be getting out into communities across the city.
That they in turn understand that there's a mechanism for them to reach into the FBI with issues of concern that they may have that may not readily reach our ears.
Having better communication critical, she says, to stopping crime and the next terror plot. Jonathan Dienst, News 4 New York.